Okay, welcome to my channel, and if you're one of my regulars, welcome back. So we are working on my March 2023 budget. Y'all, this budget I'm a little iffy about. Ignore, I got some Starbucks. Been running errands and all that great stuff. So I'm looking at my budget for March. March has a lot going on. So right now, I really don't feel like my budget is realistic for the month. But what I will try to do is come back in the middle of the month to talk about what needs to be changed. I am traveling this month, so we'll see. But let's get into my March 2023 budget. Okay, so I'm looking at my budget here, and so last month my starting balance was $5,400. I am not changing it. Last month was my birthday month, so I gave myself extra money. We'll talk about did I spend that extra money or not in a few. But I'm going to leave it at 5,400 for now. I do not know if this is really realistic because we really have a lot of changes going on. Like I mentioned, like promotions, extra expenses, new vehicles, all kinds of things. So I'm just going to leave it at 5,400 for now, but I don't feel good about it, and I'll tell you why later. So my starting balance, we're going to leave it at 5,400. We'll see. I definitely need to pull in things from my sinking funds. Y'all know, if you're new here, I have an issue with pulling out from my sinking funds, but I definitely need to for March. I just don't know how much yet. And I will say this time I'm doing the budget before like sitting down and doing our family budget. This budget is just my expenses and how I kind of make sure that my expenses are under control by myself. So we're definitely, I think, going to make some adjustments. So for savings and investing, I'm going to leave the starting balance savings at 470 still. And like I said, I may adjust, but I truthfully feel like we're going to spend more money this month. We're not going to save extra money. Like, I just don't see it happening right now, but it may. The trading account, this is just where I trade. I kind of play around. I'm learning how to, I don't want to say I'm learning, but I am learning to trust my gut when it comes to trading. So it's like my little play money. So that's going to stay at $100. And so total savings and investing is $570. So let's head over to these bills. The rent is always the same for the month. It's $1504.04. USAA is a change. So you see I have some notes going on here. So with USAA, that is our car insurance. Right now we are paying monthly. We would like to get to us paying ahead, but right now with a younger driver on the policy, I don't see it. And the New York insurance rates, whew, it's a little beastie. So we'll see. We do have another vehicle on our policy. And so what I basically put in my notes was that now the monthly payment has gone to $615.90. And so this $295.90 is what I put here. This is for me to know what is the difference between a certain amount that we set and basically what we want to pay and what we're paying. So that's what is here. Last month, if we go back to it for last month, you see that that difference was like 187.82, and I normally provide that difference. We'll see, because basically with this new vehicle on our policy, we added it at the end of January and they didn't charge us for it in February. So what I think is happening here is this is 2 months of insurance that we are paying for to kind of catch it up. But I haven't looked at it yet. I'm going to look at it when we work on our budget tonight, our family budget. And then I also got to talk it over with my husband. We know we're going to kind of like shift how this is paid. I'm not going to say that I'm going to pay $295.90, but I'm going to put $295.90 for this insurance because I like to plan for the worst. That's the best way I can be conservative about it. So I'm going to say that that's about what we are paying. Okay. Or I'm paying for this that is coming from me. So $295.90 for USAA. Verizon, which is our cable and internet, has gone up by $5 only because we actually ordered the Woman King. What was that, like 2 weeks ago? We ordered the Woman King because we didn't get to check it out in the theaters because we're both pretty busy. And so my husband been wanting to watch it, and they had it for rent for like $4.99. Con Ed is still, that's our electric, that's still $131. Life insurance is going to be $2013. The gym is $2611. That's normal. AAA is $2143. Apple is actually going to increase also. You know what? While we're here, let's just see how much. There is an actual separate monthly charge for Apple, and that amount increased. So I gotta look at the difference. Okay, so it's $326 a month now. Before it was $217. So since it's $326, that's an extra $1.09. So last month, let's see how much it actually, oh, I didn't put it in. I think, oh, I used to budget 35 and I realized it was 35.37. So let's add this 109 to this 35.37. So this is now going to be 36.46. So as you can see, I budget on a regular basis. It's not perfect all the time because, you know, adjustments happen and you got to change forward and you got to figure it out. Sometimes you don't figure out what that difference is until after you do your budget for the month. But that's okay. So we got this adjustment here. So Apple will be 36.46. HP Inc. is still $6.52. And Compassion, which is a nonprofit I donate to, is $45. So total bills for the month of March are estimated at $2,239.89. Let's move over to variable expenses. This is where things get a little shaky. So food, we're going to leave it at $300. But food is just for what I'm contributing to the household. That sinking fund gets $300 for the month. My personal spending is $200 this month, back to normal. Gas, we're gonna set aside $50. Miscellaneous, so I threw $124.16 into miscellaneous because I think this month is going to be very interesting numbers wise, and I haven't figured out what it's going to look like yet. So I just threw that there for now. It may shift whenever I make an adjustment. So we'll just see where it ends up at. So trip. I have $500 for trip. I think this is a joke of an amount. I think that I'm going to spend more than $500 on my trip. The thing is, I don't know how much I want to spend on my trip. I think that's where I'm struggling at. I don't know what I want to set as a budget. I usually set a budget. How much? I don't know. So let me tell y'all where I'm going because I mentioned it last video about my monthly budget. So I'm going to Vegas with my girls because Usher has a residency in Vegas. And so we are going to see Usher. I grew up on Usher, so I love me some Usher. So we're going to check him out in Vegas at the MGM Grand. This trip overall, this trip has been planned since August. So the trip is paid for as far as hotels. Well, there's one thing I do have to do because it's something funky with our flight. So I'll figure that piece out. But for the most part, hotels, flights, set. Spending money, I've been to Vegas before, so I know I can spend out. I know I can ball out. The last time I went to Vegas, it was a huge weekend. Everything was expensive, and we weren't in this level of inflation. And I think I spent about $500. But that's not why I picked this number. I literally picked up the amount that I gave myself last month to spend, and left it there. I don't know how much I'm going to spend. I have to, but I am going to estimate it. So don't think that I'm like trying to leave it open. Like, I don't know how much I'm going to spend. I'm going to spend something. I'm probably going to spend more than 500. I just really haven't figured it out yet. I kind of want to talk to my girls. I know most of this money is going to be spent on food. I don't plan to spend any money on like shopping and things like that. I might buy like one or two things, but I don't really. Yeah, unless it's a dope pair of shoes I've been looking for, like a dope pair of sneakers, I just don't see it happening. So I don't think I'm going to spend any money on anything outside of food and maybe some entertainment. Like maybe we'll do a show in addition to going to see Usher. We were trying to get into Adele, but that didn't work out. It was already sold out, but because it was like a rescheduled show, but we was trying. We was trying to do it big. But I don't know. So this amount is not real to me. It's not realistic for Vegas. Truthfully, the amount we thought we were going to spend, and I didn't really have an amount because it was literally like, hey, they're opening more tickets for Usher's show. You want to go? And I'm like, yep. And so I didn't have an amount when we originally planned this, but I definitely spent $100 more on my plane ticket because plane tickets are higher, and I literally just purchased my plane ticket. But I spent $100 more than I had planned to spend, and that's because I just refused to do a layover. Like I don't want to do a layover. I've done layovers a lot. I've gotten stuck a lot. So for a trip like this, I just need a straight flight. And because I got stuff to do when I get back. So I can't be playing with a layover. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. You know what? Let me know if you've been to Vegas and you're watching this budget video and it's in March. Let me know how much you spent. But I don't gamble either. So that's another thing. I'm not a gambler. So I won't be like hitting slots or whatever. Like that's not exciting to me. I did try that when last time I was in Vegas. I did not spend a lot of money on it. Therefore I did not lose a lot of money. I probably lost like $5. Like I'm not that girl. Like I want some good food. I want some good times. I want a pool, but I don't think it's gonna be that warm. So hopefully there's an indoor. I need to check the details because I haven't even done that yet. So yeah, this is unrealistic. Let's just know that. Let's move on to the total. This has to change. So right now, for variable expenses and sinking funds, we're at $1,474.16. Yeah, I don't think it's realistic. I'm definitely gonna have to pull from my trip fund and kind of like get a real number. All right, so on debt, the car is $250. That's what we usually spend. I typically set aside $345 for student loans. All of that money is going towards the car until June. That's the plan, is to put it towards the car. So that's that. But I still leave it on here. If you're new here, I leave it on here because I always want to keep it top of mind. So it's not something I forget when the student loan payments start back up for federal student loans. And then Apple 2204. And then, so the debt snowball, it was 700 last month. I've lowered it 500. Just because, yeah, I'm going to leave it at 500 for now. It may change. And I'm still in this interesting space with those medical bills. Like, I've been asking about them because I haven't received much. I received a few bills. They are all like copay only, which I'm thankful for. So we're going to I've got to pay those tonight. And then it is enough that basically we get the money back with the flexible spending account. So I'm excited about that. But still, all the bills haven't come through yet. So I'm a little iffy about that. So still trying to keep it tight with everything going on. But total debt, payments are going to be $1,117.04. So let's look at what we are estimated to spend in March. All right, in March. So my income is estimated to be $5,400. So this is the starting balance income that we're going to use for the month. Savings and investing is going to be $570. My bills are going to be $2,239.89. We're estimating, we're a little off. That $1.09. So we'll adjust for that in a moment. Debt, $1,117.04. As you can see, I am a zero-based budgeter. It just makes life a lot easier for me. I don't have to think too hard. You know what I'm saying? So we need to adjust for this 109, and I'm going to take it out of miscellaneous. So miscellaneous is now 123.07, which changes expenses to $1,473.07. So now that makes us with $0 left to spend. We are going to see how it turns out in, sorry y'all, the sun is about to set. So the sun is moving. But we're going to see how we turn out when it comes to our March budget. It's going to be very, 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 very interesting. I'll keep you updated. I'll definitely try to come back on it, maybe after the trip, but I will come back on to say what adjustments I've made. Hopefully I can kind of figure out my adjustments in the next day or so, and then I'll record another video just telling you what adjustments I made so you'll know. So if you are still watching, thank you for joining me on my channel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so it gets out to more people. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss another video. And I will see you next time with an all new one. Bye.